Hello, hi GD50. In this video, I want to go over drop-down menus. In Canvas, I have provided you with a link to a code pin that has the code for creating a drop-down menu. I just want to go over that code so that you understand it. So here it is. I'm in CodePen right now. And I've got a very, very simple navigation up at the top, very minimal styling. I've got some hover states here. There are three just regular links, and there's one with the drop-down menu. And you can see there I've got a hover state on the drop-down menu options as well. So let's just go through this code. Some of it you're not going to, if you copy and paste this into your project, a lot of this you're not going to have to touch, but some of it you probably will, just such as the hover state, the font, the the color of the hover state, the color of the interior hover state, things like that. So let's just break this down. So number one here, we've got navigation. So if you look in here, I've the list that I'm using as the navigation, I've given the class of navigation. So here under that class, I've just gotten rid of the bullet points, list style none, and then I gave it display flex that it would all just line up side by side. Easy enough, probably don't have to touch that. Navigation LI hovered. This space right here between navigation and LI, what that means is any LI inside of something called navigation. That's what a space means. It's called a descendant selector. So only the LI that's inside of the navigation will have this background. So if you have any other lists on your page, you don't have to worry about this style being applied to them. So this might be something you want to change. So like if I change this to red, then the background will change to red. So you might want to change that. Change it back to gray. Then styles for all the links. I don't think you'll need to touch this unless you want to keep the underline. You could change decoration to I think it's the value is underline. I don't know, you might want to adjust the line height. You could adjust the text size here. These are the A tags inside of the navigation. You could adjust the padding, so the space around them, you might want more space or less space. So you might want to make some changes to this style right here. Right here is this, it says right here, this makes the drop down disappear. So basically, if you look in the code here, and this is really important, let's take a look at the structure of the HTML. I've got an unordered list with 1, 2, 3, 4 items in it. One of these list items has another unordered list nested inside of that. This is the drop-down menu. So you can see right here, print design, illustration, branding, web design corresponds to all this over here. So whenever you want a drop-down list, you need a list item with an unordered list inside of it. So if you needed more than one of these, then you would copy and paste this whole list item from here to here. So what that CSS does is it goes in and looks for any UL that is inside of something called navigation. So it's not going to affect the UL that has the class of navigation, because that's not inside of the navigation. Only the dropdown UL is actually inside of navigation. So what that's doing is it's giving it a position of, a display of none so that it disappears. It's also giving it a position property. Don't worry about that. We haven't gone over that in class. I don't really cover that until the advanced class. And it's getting rid of the bullet points as well. So this is something you probably don't need to touch. It's just keeps it invisible until you roll over it. This is what makes it appear. So navigation space LI. So it's being applied to any one of these top level list items dash hover. So it's only being applied when it's being hovered over. This symbol right here, this caret or brackets or whatever you want to call it, means only the direct descendants of ULs that are direct descendants of the LI. If this is confusing, don't worry about it. Just be aware that this has to do with this is controlling the styles for the actual drop-down menu. So see how they're all the same gray as the hover of the primary navigation. They're all the same gray. So if you want to change that, then you would come into background here. And let's say I turn that red, then that would change it right there. So that's where you would apply that. And then this right here controls the hover state of the sub menu item. So notice here, when I roll over it, it's a medium gray. And then when I roll over the individual options, it changes to a light gray. That's all that this code here does. So just to demonstrate, if I change this color to red, then only on a rollover will red appear. So you can control the color of the hover state of the sub menu. So that's it. Just copy and paste this code into your HTML file and make whatever changes you need to make. I've kept it very, very, very simple because I don't want you to have to, erase a lot of unnecessary styles that I would put in there. So I, just put in this paragraph down here just to show that the page continues on after the navigation. So if you have any questions about this, ask me in class or text me if you want to go over it, and I'd be happy to help you implement this into your project. So good luck with this, and I can't wait to see what you guys produce.